what's the critical or how critical situation of Prime Minister Boris Johnson of the UK?
So the news of Boris Johnson getting COVID-19 is already shocking for people in the UK. So ever since we found out last week that he got infected, which is on the March 26th, so it was last week, he self-isolated himself for around 10 days. The symptoms that he got are still persistent. So it includes high temperature and coughing for more than 10 days. So yesterday he was sent to hospital, but then today he was sent to intensive care unit after his conditions have deteriorated in only 24 hours.
Yes, and right now we can see timeline of his symptom.
More of a timeline of his diagnosis from the first day up until now he's under the intensive care unit. So basically his symptoms have worsened during over 10 days.
Yes, and Kuntepchai is now back and joining us. And what's the political implication there, Kunnat, because it must be quite difficult in terms of running the whole country. Prime Minister is now in intensive care unit. So who is in charge right now?
Right now is Dominic Raab, who's the foreign minister, or in other words, you could call him the first Secretary of State. So based on the previous reports, if the Prime Minister could not fulfill his duties, they would usually nominate the first Secretary of State. So Dominic Raab is the foreign minister as well as a karate black belt. And he's also a very hardliner for Brexit as well. So he has always supported the UK to leave the EU bloc.
Mm-hmm. And what about the situation, the latest situation in the UK regarding the pandemic?
So the recent situation right now, the confirmed cases so far are more than 50,000 people who have confirmed to be infected by COVID-19, with more than 5,000 deaths, and around almost 300 people have been recovered from the virus.
Yes, and I'm sure world leaders from many countries also convey support to Boris Johnson as well.
Plenty of world leaders out there, including the President of the United States, Donald Trump. So I'll read out the quotes to you. So I also want to send best wishes to a very good friend of mine, a friend of our nation, Prime Minister Boris Johnson. We were very saddened to hear that he was taken into intensive care this afternoon. Americans are all praying for his recovery. He's been a really good friend. He's been really something very special, strong, resolute, doesn't quit, and doesn't give up. Besides Trump, we also have the French President, Emmanuel Macron. All my support for Boris Johnson, his family, and the British people at this difficult time. I wish him to overcome this ordeal quickly. Another quote from Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, sending my best wishes to Prime Minister Boris Johnson for a full and speedy recovery. My thoughts are with you and your family right now. Hope to see you back at number 10 soon, referring to Downing Street.
I'm sure that he will get this kind of kind words from many leaders around the world. And he seems in very good spirit, even though he is in intensive care unit. Kuntepchai.
Yes, it only goes to show that no one is safe from the pandemic. And I'm sure that the world leaders now must be watching his condition very closely, because Mr. Johnson is the first major world leader to have admitted that he has the virus.
And ever since people found out about the Prime Minister getting COVID-19, including previously Prince Charles also got infected by COVID-19, the sentiment in the UK, everyone starts to understand now that no one is immune to COVID-19. So of course it's definitely shocking to the people, but these stories also reinforces the importance of social distancing and self-isolation if you think you got the virus. So to make the situation even better, or specifically to flatten the curve, stay at home, don't put yourself at risk, and don't put other people at risk.